Democracy Challenge. Welcome to Democracy Challenge, everyone. This is a brand new game show that is brought to you by the Parliament of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. I'm your host, Atiba Wilshire, and I have two very excited teams with me today. All right, let's introduce our teams. To my right is the Honourable Reformers.
Yeah! All right.
The head of the Honourable Reformers team is Kerry-Ann. Kerry-Ann, tell me a little bit about how Honourable Reformers came together and you know, where you all are from.
Well, we're all part of a professional organization called GLI. It's made up of professionals and students who are committed to ethical leadership. That's how we met.
Professionals and students committed to ethical leadership. That sounds very politically correct. Wonderful. All right, Kerry-Ann, who's next to you? Samuel. And then we have
Nigel,
Annika, and Brandon. That's the Honourable Reformers, everybody. And to my left, we have the Justice League. And the head of the Justice League is Shane. Shane, tell me how the Justice League came together.
The five of us actually work together.
Okay.
We are from different departments within the organization, and we all tend to mesh together and interact together, so we thought we'd get involved in the Democracy Challenge.
But where do you all work?
At the Ministry of Justice.
Very good. Well, that's good. Shane, who's next to you? Malini. Diana. Lacian. And Jacques. That's the Justice League. Now let's go through the rules.
At the beginning of every round, one member of each team will be called to the podium to answer a trivia question. Whoever hits the buzzer first and answers the question correctly gets to choose a category and takes control of the round for their team. During each round, a total of 5 questions will be asked. For every correct answer, one block will be turned over on the screen above that team to reveal part of the image of the Red House dome. An incorrect answer means that the remaining questions in that round are transferred to the opposing team, starting with the corresponding person. At the end of each round, one team question is posed to each team. Teams may collaborate for 10 seconds on team questions, but not for individual questions. For each correct answer to a team question, that team gets 2 blocks turned over to reveal more of the Red House dome. At the end of 5 rounds, whichever team turns over 20 blocks on the image of the Red House dome first, or has more blocks turned over on their screen, is the winner. Good luck, team.
Let's go through our categories. Our categories are Principles of Democracy, THA, Elections, Leaders of the Opposition, First of All, Current Senators, Speakers and Deputy Speakers, and By the Numbers. So guys, are you ready to play? Yeah? Then let's begin the challenge. Shane and Kerry-Ann. All right, Shane and Kerry-Ann, your question is, who is the public officer appointed to head a ministry? Kerry-Ann?
Is it the permanent secretary?
The permanent secretary is correct. Kerry-Ann, choose your category.
Elections.
Elections it is. So Kerry-Ann, in the category of elections, your first question is, in which constituency was a by-election held on November 4, 2013?
St. Joseph.
St. Joseph is correct. Next question goes to Samuel. Samuel, your question is, our electoral system is described as FPTP. What does this acronym stand for?
First past the post.
First past the post is correct. Next question goes to Nigel. Nigel, your question is, which act provides for registration of electors and other matters related to elections?
The Representation of the People Act, Chapter 201.
Sound like a true politician there. That's correct, Nigel. Next question goes to Annika. Annika, your question is, disputed appointments and elections are referred as representation petitions to which body?
The High Court.
The High Court is correct. Next question goes to Brandon. Brandon, your question is, in what year was the number of constituents increased from 36 to 41?
1966.
1966 is incorrect. So we go over to Jacques.
2007.
2007 is correct. Very good, Jacques. And this brings us to our team question. And Honourable Reformers, your team question is, name 3 MPs who are currently serving without a government portfolio. Could I have an answer, please?
Jack Warner, Dr. Glenn Ramadas Singh, and Mr. Colin Parter.
That is correct. Very good, Brandon. Next team question goes over to the Justice League. Justice League, your team question is, name 3 positions, the appointment to which require consultation with the leader of the opposition. Could I have an answer, please?
The first one is the DPP, the second one is the Police Commissioner, and the third one is the Chief Justice.
That is incorrect. The DPP is not there. Any 3 of these would have been correct. The Chairman of the Elections and Boundaries Commission, the Chairman of the Advisory Committee on the Power of Pardon, the Ombudsman, the Chief Justice, members of the Judicial and Legal Service Commission, the Auditor General, members of the Public Service Commission, members of the Police Service Commission, members of the Teaching Service Commission, members of the Public Service Appeal Board, and members of the Salaries Review Commission. But we'll see what happens in round 2. Let's begin round 2 now. And for round 2, we have in Samuel and Malini. Samuel and Malini, your trivia question is, the majority of parliamentary sittings have convened at what time? Malini, 10 a.m. is incorrect. Samuel?
I would say 1 p.m.
1 p.m. is also incorrect, but closer. The answer is actually 1:30 p.m. Let's have another question. Where was the Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago located prior to 2011? Samuel.
The Red House.
The Red House. That is correct. Samuel, choose your category.
By the numbers.
By the numbers it is. And Samuel, your first question in By the Numbers is, how many women are in the current House of Representatives in Trinidad and Tobago?
The answer is 12.
12 is right. That's correct. Next question goes to Nigel. Nigel, your question is, how many years is the standard term for a president of the Republic?
5 years.
5 years is correct. Next we have Annika. Annika, your question is, at what position on the table of precedence does the office of Speaker of the House appear?
5th.
5th is correct. Next we go to Brandon. Brandon, your question is, how many electoral districts were there in the first election of 1925?
7.
7 is correct. And we come back to the head of the Honourable Reformers table, Kerry-Ann. Kerry-Ann, your question is, how many privilege motions were referred to the Privileges Committee of the Senate during the 3rd session of the 10th Parliament?
0.
That is correct. And this brings us to our team questions. The first team question for this round goes to the Justice League. Justice League, your team question is, after every dissolution of Parliament, what is the time frame by which a general election must be held?
3 months or 90 days?
3 months or 90 days is correct, Shay. The next team question goes to the Honourable Reformers. Honourable Reformers, your team question is, name 3 independent senators who were appointed in 2013. Could I have an answer, please?
David Small, Senator Gerald Hadid, and independent senators, David Small, Anthony Vera, and last but not least, Ian Roach.
That is correct. The 4 independent senators appointed in 2013 were Senator Dr. Daneshwar Mahabir, Senator Hugh Russell Ian Roach, Senator Anthony Vieira, and Senator David Small. Very good. At the end of round 2, the score is 13-3 in favor of the Honourable Reformers. Justice League, you all have some catching up to do. Yeah? You all have some catching up to do, Justice League, but it's not too late. You still could turn the tables around. Let's begin round 3. And round 3 is between Nigel and Diana. What is the phrase expressed to vote yes in Parliament? Nigel.
Yay.
Yay? Yay. Yay is incorrect. Diana? You don't know? Well, you were stuttering and you stuttered the correct answer, but you didn't know it. The answer is I. A-Y-E.
Aye.
Okay, let's have another question. Who is considered the head of state and the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Trinidad and Tobago? Nigel?
The President of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago.
That is correct. Nigel, choose your category.
We have Principles of Democracy.
Principles of democracy it is. In a parliamentary system, what is it called when the government has fewer seats in the legislature than the opposition elements combined?
Minority government.
That is correct. A minority government is correct. Next question goes to Annika. Annika, your question is, the approval of the national budget is under the authority of which arm of the state?
The legislature or the parliament?
That is correct as well. Next question goes to Brandon. Brandon, your question is, which form of democracy involves the election of government officials by people being represented?
A representative democracy.
A representative democracy is correct. We come back to Carrie-Ann. Carrie-Ann, your question is, what term is used to refer to non-governmental and non-profit organizations that work to improve society and the human condition?
Civil society organizations.
That is correct. Samuel, your question is, the word demo in democracy is derived from which language?
That would be Greek.
Greek is correct. And once again, we have come to our team question. The first team question is going to go to the Justice League. Justice League, your team question is, what profession do the following former female members of Parliament have in common? Dana Sitahal, Gillian Lucky, and Christine Kangaloo.
Attorneys at law.
Attorneys at law is correct. I could have guessed that, but I didn't want to take the chance. On to Honourable Reformers. Honourable Reformers, your team question is, name 3 years the Constitution of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago was amended.
1978, 1979, and 1981.
That is correct. Actually, the years that the Constitution was amended are as follows: 1978, 1979, 1981, 1982, 1983, 1987, 1988, 1994, 1995, 1996, 1999, 2000, 2006, and 2007. That was a very good answer, Honourable Reformers. We now go to a break. We'll be back. And we're back from the break. Only after 3 rounds, we already have a winner. Let's announce the results right now. Justice League, 5. Honourable Reformers, 20.
Alright, yeah!
Honourable Reformers, you all have already turned over all of the blocks on your screen. You all have revealed a full image of the Red House, and you all are today's winners. Congratulations. Justice League, you all didn't do so good at the trivia questions, but that's okay. Tell me still how you feel, Shane. Was it a good experience getting to come here and take part in the game show?
Yeah, it actually was a good experience. I think the whole opportunity to have a democracy challenge is a good way and a good method to reach young people across Trinidad and Tobago, for them to understand how the parliament works, to get knowledge of the history of the parliament and politics across the board in terms of the democracy of Trinidad and Tobago. And the answers that you know sometimes and some you don't. So it's a good learning experience.
Good sports still. Wonderful. Justice League, all the best to you all. Honourable Reformers, Kerry Ann, you all are the winners today after just 3 rounds. Tell me all how that makes you all feel.
Well, we feel very good and we worked very hard. This is really about the process for us and what practicing, preparing, all of the sacrifice that we make and stuff, what it will produce in us. So we are very satisfied with how things have turned out.
And I am satisfied as long as everyone walks away happy. And here at the Parliament of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, no one walks away a loser. We have wonderful hampers courtesy the Parliament for both sides, Honourable Reformers and Justice League. Let me give them out now. Shane, to you guys. Even though you might not have come out on top, you all are still winners. So you all could go back to your offices feeling accomplished, feeling proud that you all participated in this democracy challenge here at the Parliament. To Honourable Reformers, you all did well. After just 3 rounds, they conquered. And we are thankful for you all being here. Winners, everybody. This here brings us to the end of yet another episode of Democracy Challenge. It's a game show put on by the Parliament of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago to test your knowledge on the country's parliament. Next taping, we're going to have 2 brand new teams taking part to win fantastic prizes. I'm Atiba Wilshire, and I'll see you next time.